Good morning, it's Capital Breakfast, and right now we're joined by someone we are massive fans of and someone who we haven't spoken to in ages. Please welcome to the show, it's Halsey!
Hi. I know, it's been so long. It's crazy.
Where in the world are you right now?
I'm home in LA for the time being, and then I'm gonna scurry off, maybe to London. I don't know.
Oh, that's exciting.
Do you feel at home? I know that seems like a really odd question to ask, but is home when you're traveling around so much?
That's actually a great question.
I agree.
It used to not feel that way, but it has. I've certainly spent a lot of time here in the past couple of years, it's been a long time since you guys have talked to me, kind of thing. And I think that it sort of started to feel like a home. I think becoming a mom certainly made it feel more like home because, when I walk into my house and it's like littered with like toys and art projects and like, a half spilled sippy cup on the thing, I'm like, I look around at that mess and I'm just like, yes, this is where my family is.
This is home. Embrace it.
That's so lovely. It's so good you're back on the show, by the way, because it's been so long. You're back with new music. It's called Lucky, which samples two iconic pop songs. Of course, Lucky by Britney Spears, Angel of Mine by Monica. Were those songs like a big part of your life growing up? Because it's giving like Y2K. It reminds me of like the early noughties. I love it so much.
Yeah, they were definitely both huge influences, and it was such a crazy experience because I'm not someone who samples or interpolates like very frequently, and this is actually the only song on the record that does, and it was just such a crazy process for me, and I felt like as I was writing the record, I was really exploring a lot of the music from my youth that inspired me to start making music of my own. And those were two that came up in a real big way.
What made you kind of want to put these together? Did you listen to them separately and think, oh, they'd be good? Or was it just totally random?
I started with Lucky, and I found myself singing it around, for those of you who have just heard the song or just seen the video or you haven't yet, it's about a time in my life where I was dealing with a pretty serious illness, and I took some time off of music, time that I wasn't anticipating taking off. It kind of just hit me out of nowhere. And at that time, I found myself sort of sarcastically singing Lucky. I'd be, in the hospital attached to tubes and wires, and I'd be like, I'm so lucky, like, I'm a star, like kind of like joking, like, being humorous about it. And then the song really started to become more heartwarming because I was thinking about when I was younger. But I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more melancholic. And so that's where Angel of Mine came into play, because that chord progression I just feel like is so iconic and has a real sense of melancholy to it. But really what I wanted to do with the song was make it feel like a weird memory. Like you're remembering a song from the early 2000s and you're not really sure. You heard it once in the car with your parents, but you've been trying to remember it for ages and you can't, it's like this vague memory of a song, kind of. So I kind of mishmashed it into this little scrapbook, sort of.
Your UK fans go crazy every single time you're here. Do you have any plans to visit us soon?
Yeah, actually. I tweeted like a couple days ago that I was going to be making a visit. I can't say for what yet, but I promise it's really exciting, and it's something I haven't done in a really long time, so I'm really excited to do it again, and I'm just excited to be back in the UK, to be honest with you. Ooh. It's been a minute, so I'm really excited. It's like I spent quite a bit of time there the past few years, and it is in a sense like a second or third home for me,
Yeah.
Like I just love it so much.
Well,
I never want to leave.
We love you, Halsey. So when you do come over, will you come and see us, please?
I'll come knock on the door.
Yeah, that'll be
I'll bring
lovely.
donuts at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, I can't wait. Or can we book in a karaoke session and just go through a load of 2000s bangers together?
That'd be great.
Relive memories. That would be the dream.
Absolutely, 100%. As long as someone does My Boo with me, because that's a duet song. You need a partner.
There you go. You've got a karaoke partner.
This is amazing. we've got to make this happen.
Too right. I don't want to spoil any surprises, and I'm not privy to any other information, but I do have to ask, your upcoming 5th album, it doesn't have a name or a release date that we know of yet. I'm sure you do. Are there any updates on the album that you can share with us this morning?
Yeah, no, of course. There's definitely going to be tons of all the information coming soon. It's just I want to do it in my historically dramatic fashion, you know. All of my all of my album releases have been kind of like the album announcements have been really special, you know. It's like for Manic I did a live painting of the album cover, and then for If I Can't Have Love I Want Power, we premiered it at the Met Museum in New York. And so I have just been spending the past couple months being like, how the heck am I going to top that? I've created like a real problem for myself because now they have to get increasingly better and more exciting, and I'm running out of ideas. I'm gonna have to launch it onto the moon or something like that next time. But no, that information's coming soon. And, you know, all I'll say about album 5 is that, you know, if you've been a fan of mine, or even if you just know about me casually, I feel like one thing most people know about me is that I always look and sound different. It's a huge part of my exploration, and this album is going to be no different. It's definitely an expect the unexpected sort of situation. I've told you nothing and everything at
Yeah,
the
that was
same
clever.
time.
Wow. It's all very exciting. Halsey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Your new single, Lucky, is out now. We can't wait to see you the next time you're in the UK. But in the meantime, please give it up for Halsey, everybody. Woo!